So this is Messina, a new Tier 9 premium Italian light cruiser. Light when it comes to the battery. A hypothetical anti-aircraft cruiser design based on the Ansaldo cruiser project for Spain, and in the early 1940s, Italy was busy developing dual-purpose 135mm mounts for destroyers and the smaller Etna class of light cruisers. This is where it all gets a little bit what if and what if. Had this project been successful, a logical next step would have been the development of a dual-purpose version of the 152mm model 1934 gun, intended for larger ships. I think it's a very pretty looking. Oh my god, he's transformed into professional content creator. Did you notice the switch up in the quality? You noticed? You caught that, did you? I would hope so. It's all about the quality. Quality. Never forget it. But on a serious note, for a paper ship, it does look quite nice. Got the signature red and white stripes. So familiar of the Italians. Clearly see on the aft end plating. Messina. Stamped in gold. I will say they are some of the sleekest looking ships in the game. The Italians in general, I know this is a paper ship, but just in general, some of the Italian ships, they look, even the real ones, they look fantastic. Right? So, in terms of armor layout, does get some nice plating. 50mm fore-end armor belt, 25mm upper and lower plating. The deck is 27. Auxiliary room armor plating is 27. And a belt of 30mm. The main armor belt is 150mm. Aft end armor belt extending the full length of the stern is 50mm. 25. The superstructure plating, the turrets. Frontal plate armor is 145, followed by top plate of 60, side plate of 35, and the rear plate also 35. The Sicily runs from front turret to the rear turret. 150mm. It is extended above the waterline. At Warship is 150. Deck armor is 70, 150 and 40. If we just continue quickly to look at this. In terms of build, I've just gone with accuracy reload here, and captain skills for extra torp damage and secondary build I'm using, so all the numbers are based on this combination. The consumables, quite solid. Damage con, standard. Repair party, pretty standard at tier 9. It does get the exhaust smoke generator, which is very nice, 3 charges. This is the standout. It gets German hydro. In terms of the range, like 4 kilometers for torpedoes. 6 for ships. A very good hydro. And a fighter consumable. Pretty useless. So those are the consumables. leads us in the hit points. 50,050 with this build. Torpedo protection, damage reduction, and as we just looked, it gets 4 repair parties and smoke on top of this, so you can operate. So it's tier 9. So it is a light cruiser, 152mm guns. Very, very good dispersion. Tight shell groupings, max dispersion of 138. Reload is 7 seconds with this build. And you're firing exclusively armor piercing. Or excuse me, semi-armor piercing. Semi-armor piercing. There. Very nice shell speed, decent damage, decent penetration, 42mm penetration. How are they planning to give us this? We have no idea. I would suspect this is going to be a premium for cash. The good old cold hard cash. Tier 9 in the armory, I would suspect. But it could be any number of ways. But that would be what I would suspect. So very, very nice accuracy, reload, and the range is 60.8. You get secondaries. Quite a few of them. 24 of these 90mm guns. The only thing is they can't penetrate anything really. 15mm a pen. The only thing that they're really good for is starting fires. But they have a good reload, 4 seconds. At the base range, or the range with this build, is 8.8. So you're going to rely on them primarily for starting fires. Max damage 1300, 5% fire chance. Very low pen of 15mm. And a decent down speed of 860. Those are the guns. Gets 2x4 torpedo launchers. Reload time of 140 seconds. Over 2 minutes. 8 kilometers in range. Pretty good damage, like 23.5k damage virtually. Very good speed, 72 knots. Like you have virtually a little shy of 100k alpha per side, on both port and starboard sides. A tad under 100k alpha, which is decent. You don't want this thing barreling towards you in anything. You're even in a battleship, you're going to take massive amounts of damage. Get hit by 4 of those. Airstrike, pretty standard, 7 kilometers, 30-second reload on this 7-kilometer range. 2 flights, dropping 2 bombs, max bomb damage, 4200. 2 flights, 1 aircraft, dropping 2 bombs with a bomb damage of 4200. AA defense, 18 twin mounted 37mm. They're mounted primarily on the deck, although there's some here on the turrets. The secondary battery are all dual purpose. 12 twin mounted 90mm. And the main battery, the 152s, also are dual. So the continuous is decent. 424. Quite a bit of flak. 10 shell explosions per flak salvo. 1400 max damage. Priority sector reinforcement is 50%. And the max firing range is 5.2 kilometers. So the range is a little limited. But once it's inside your range, vast majority. It's kind of it's not that bad. It's leaning towards the medium range, the vast majority, but the long range is not that bad. Maneuverability, she is quite fast for a cruiser of this size. 38.9 kilometers. Max speed, that is including speed flag. 37 base. So she is quite fast for a cruiser. Just a shade under 39 knots. Turning circle 680 and a rudder shift time of 10.5. And finally concealment. 11.3 kilometers. Be detected by submarines and aircraft at 7 kilometers. That's kind of annoying because you have a max firing range of 5.2 on your AA. So a clever carrier, he can literally sail around you or fly his planes around, and you won't be able to take them down if he just stays at the tip of your detection range. But he's actually got 1.8 kilometers to actually play with, that you can't do any damage and he will be kept perma-spotted. In any case, this is Messina, new tier 9 Italian Regia Marina light cruiser that will enter testing on the live server in the next patch. For all the Italian ship lovers out there, another little taste of Italia. A little taste of Italia.